You're listening to the Immigration Lawyers Toolbox Podcast, the podcast that keeps your practice sharp and your clients happy. I'm your host, immigration lawyer John Khosravi, and every week we're bringing you insights, tips, and real-world conversations with top immigration attorneys and industry leaders. Whether you're here to grow your practice, stay on top of the latest trends, or get inspired, you're in the right place. Ready? Let's go. Hello, fellow Toolboxers. Welcome to episode number 387 of the Immigration Lawyers Toolbox. We're really getting up there. I wonder one day if it's going to get to 1,000 episodes or not. But thanks so much for joining. We're back home after the conference and just catching up with everything. I know a lot of you were there, saw how busy it was, and you come back to your office. And people who aren't there, we're all slammed with work, and there's just so much wild stuff going on, which is cool. That our guest that we're interviewing today is Ruby Powers. You all probably know her already. It's a person that keeps busy doing AILA work, conferences, writing books, and has a practice. And she does removal of detained work. So that's a tough one right now. I'm getting all the calls like people being detained. It's just a nightmare. That's happening right now, keeping us busy. But we kind of talk about that business, AILA conference, what happened, how things look in the future, and a lot more. So it's gonna be a nice listen to for practitioners to get into it. And we always have a lot of fun talking with Ruby. I talk with her off air all the time. So just give me a pinch of how our conversations go by. I do want to thank her and also AILA for hosting the wonderful conference. We had an exhibit there and got to meet a lot of the vendors that were there, and a lot of the people, a lot of viewers came, and so many people came to me and just who watch the show, read the magazine, follow us, and all this kind of stuff. Feel free to reach out and email me, let me know too. Love to stay in contact because we have like a newsletter and a free community page where we share information, and I can help, get you published, all this kind of stuff. So don't hesitate to email me, info@immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com. I also want to thank a sponsor. You all know them as Serenade's e-immigration or e-immigration by Serenade. They're doing a lot of big stuff. It's a game changer, as you might have heard about the conference. But the folks at e-immigration had a big announcement, hot off the presses, if you don't already, especially. E-immigration is now integrated with Visa Law AI or VisaLaw.ai. That's Greg Sexton's company. Over 10,000 users can now connect their e-immigration account to Visa Law.ai, allowing them to generate expert letters, court documents, petition briefs, and entire case packets directly within their case management system. This case management meets modern drafting, so you can build stronger cases faster than ever. The combination of e-immigration and Visa Law.ai means what used to take hours can now be done in minutes. Just think how much faster your immigration workflows can be. Learn more at get.eimmigration.com/VisaLawAI. There's no .ai on that one. It's get.eimmigration.com/VisaLawAI. They're also a sponsor of the magazine as well. I really appreciate that. The magazine's coming up. We're a little short of articles. We need more people getting them done. So and maybe not this one gets you in, but if you're interested in writing, getting published, have access to the wider audience of immigration lawyers, getting notoriety for your firm, your practice, and just helping other people, other immigration lawyers become better. If you have a topic, email me, send me a topic, and we'll see what we can do to get you in the magazine, maybe the podcast, and just let the world know about how well you are and how good a practitioner you are. The email is info@immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com. Let me do a quick check, see if anything else I got to talk about before I start. Oh, the big one. You requested it, and I finally done it. We have the EB-1A Extraordinary Ability Green Card course. This is something for years people have asked me about. I just didn't figure out how to put it together, but I finally did it. So I've mashed it up with the O1 seminar we did live a couple years back in Los Angeles. So as a combo, there's this EB-1A O1 combo seminar. It's live. It's a live recording that you can watch. The EB-1A part comes with mentorship with me. Go join our Circle That Is a community page for immigration lawyers only. If you want to join, just email me, info@immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com. You join the free page, you get access to hours and hours of content. But then you can also purchase the course there and take your practice next level. Get more clients in the extra practice area, or just fine tune what you have right there. See how I do it and ask questions and be part of the community. Thing to do is just email me, info@immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com. Let me know your name and bar info, so I make sure you're an attorney. It's private practice attorneys primarily, but and then we'll add you to the community and get into it. So you could, just take things next level. A lot of people wanted it. A lot of people were asking for it at the conference. A lot of people were wanting it. So it's a high demand course, and I'm sure you're going to love it. You'll be blown away. Just again, email me, info@immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com. Have you said that? let's get the show started. Oh yeah, nothing spoken about here is intended as individual legal guidance. Please consult an immigration attorney, but you know that already. Now let's get it started. Hi, Ruby. So good to see you again. It's been 3 weeks or so, right, since the conference?
Has it already been that long? Wow, yeah. That was a great
Thanks.
conference.
So it flew by. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been on the show before. Everyone knows Ruby Powers. I thought I'd just have you on just to talk about what you've been up to. What was your big takeaway or takeaways from the AILA conference a few weeks back?
Well, it was a great experience. I think that there were so many different, you and I were both on the expo hall a lot, talking to people and checking out everything. I think a lot of the new programs that are out there are just very eye opening. Lots of great tools that we could better use to be more efficient. Getting together and just sort of like staying together as a team, as fellow immigration practitioners, and finding ways to sort of just have that resilience and stamina to overcome a lot of these changes and obstacles, and continuing to learn how we can better serve our clients. So I think those are some of my big takeaways.
For sure. I mean, there was a lot of new people there, younger people that are getting the game, and a lot of people I usually see there weren't there or surprised, or maybe they didn't come to the hall because I was there the whole time. But with regard to vendors, I mean, there's like four or five. There's always random ones, but like there's like case management systems, and they're all getting AI involved. So that's like a whole new
Mhm.
thing,
Yeah.
and it's just more to learn. Hopefully, it's less to learn because it's AI. And then a lot of companies doing paralegal services. So they have international paralegals that are really trained really well. So that got pretty competitive because I was looking to start using those companies. And every time I talk with one, I'm like, well, this is the best thing ever. And then I talk to the next one, I'm like, oh, this is even better. And then, so I have no way to like judge or something like that. So that's one of the issues that pops up for me. Who would even hire in the too many choices?
Yeah, and I was also like on a lot of different like WhatsApp groups and things of people who go to conferences and like just comparing notes, and it made me think about like a lot of the drafting services as well. And like there's Drafty AI, there's some Visa AI tools, there's CaseLink, Parley, and just like I was thinking about maybe doing like a little webinar or roundtable with the different programs out there, because that's like a whole other genre that we haven't seen a ton of in the last, but
Yeah.
more just the last year or two, and getting acquainted with that. But you're right. I think you have to really have demos, talk with the vendors, talk with their customers, and really do your research. But when you're a small, mid-sized law firm or solo, it takes a lot of energy to do all of that.
Yeah. At the conference, a lot of people may be seeing this on LinkedIn. I was trying to get every vendor, I have a quick 3-minute interview with them, but I only got around to 40, and I missed Parlay actually. I was going to talk with them, but I didn't get to them. And I just emailed one of the founders right now. But it's like the AI tools seem really cool. I was talking with Draftly AI, and she was saying like, and we saw this too last year. There were a lot of companies that were there for AI and they disappeared. So it's a long who could stay in the game long enough is a big factor. But the ones there right now all seem to be really into it and really dedicated to it. So I think this is the mix of people we have are who are going to stay are the ones there right now.
Yeah, and another genre that I don't think we realize is like email management. Like there's Candle AI, and what one of the things they do is like help work between setting up drafts in your inbox, connecting your email system to your case
Mhm.
management software. We really haven't seen that in a legal specific setting, and so I think that's exciting to see that type of program pop up as well.
Yeah, one thing about these kind of softwares, you got to kind of you definitely have to do a demo of it because when someone and you told me like, oh, they help you with the email, I just can't understand what it means until they do it. I'm like, oh, I see what's happening. So you got to spend the time doing demos and stuff like that, which is it's like a potential client interviewing like four different lawyers. It's from their perspective, it's like, or you see a doctor, you want to get second and third and fourth opinion. It's so annoying to have to go through it over and over again, but it's just something you got to do to learn what's out there.
Yeah, I think the best approach is just sort of have an open eye mindset, go out there, talk to the different vendors, set up some appointments, and also talk to a lot of other people and see what they're thinking as well. So it does take work, but it can make a big impact on your practice.
We do sponsorship with these groups. So I did a bunch of free things over there, but I'm like typically we have sponsors. But I'm thinking maybe there's a group called Lawyers by the Beach, and
Yeah.
the woman in charge of it interviews a lot of these people. I'm like maybe I should do the same and just interview at not as sponsors, but just like show us what you got, so people could at their leisure be on a YouTube page, and I'll ask questions while we're. The thing is, I don't do every type of case, so I might not have the best questions for everything per se. But maybe finding experts to do removal, if it's removal rate, or you and I could just do it, be on the call together, do a three-way. Yeah, we're thinking out loud here in the live show,
Yeah, we're
but
thinking out
we'll do
loud.
we'll share the
It's a good
content and
conversation, we just happen to be recording. Just kidding. No,
yeah.
no, but actually I did one of these for Power Strategy Group, a roundtable a few years ago. I wanted to help people, but I was also curious myself about like the different virtual assistant companies that were out there. And I had a few of them
Mhm.
on the roundtable, and I was asking them, how do you find people? How does it work? What's the onboarding process? And through that, that helped me personally decide which company to use. But there's all these, just like you were mentioning, like it's hard to decide. But I think those are some of the things that AILA members and other law firm owners, just really appreciate, because you can look on some little chat or some online website that says compare the different programs, but
Yeah.
it doesn't give you the same feedback as if you actually get to interview them or talk to other users of those products.
Yeah, that's a lot. But the admin of running a law firm, it's because a lot of people. When I was at the conference, I had a lot of people stop me and say, "When is I got into immigration law because I listened to your podcast, or like I started my own firm because I was listening to your podcast, go solo."
Oh,
But it was a wonderful experience. Probably at least 10 people said that in a few days. But at the same time, it's opening up your own firm is a daunting thing. When you get into it, first, like, oh, I'll make all this money, this and that. Like, no, you got you got to do everything. So which is, I mean, one. It kind of leads to your book about starting your practice and running and managing your practice. How was it, promoting your book at this event?
well, I think for me, even though I've been like I wrote it and I've been promoting it, it was shocking to me to realize people didn't know. Not everybody knew about it, so I was like, oh, I guess that's why I'm here. But maybe I just live in my little bubble. But no, I was just so grateful to get the word out about the book, and then the distribution deal with Ayla, and about the podcast too, because the podcast is constantly being updated every Tuesday with new content. Power Up Your Practice, the name is the book. And, just really good information from different vendors, attorneys, other experts out there. And each one's anywhere from like 30 to 45 minutes. We're really giving a lot of value to like the law firm owner, managing attorney, right hand associate, or even someone who's just
Mhm.
starting their practice. So I think it was just great to also get some feedback from people who had read the book and were this is great. Just like you were saying that people are giving you feedback about the value of your products and your podcast. It was great to have that interaction with those.
Very cool. Did you get a chance to get out to Denver, or were you at the hotel the whole time?
Besides the
We had the
comedy
comedy night. Yeah, the comedy show was Roman. Yeah.
the one that the Power Strategy Group helped sponsor with
Mhm.
Roman, and no, I didn't even get to the pool. It was so sad. That was like the
I did a
saddest.
walk through there just to see how it is. They had really cool slides and stuff. I'm like, oh, this
Oh,
Gaylord complex always has good stuff for families and little kids and stuff because they have pools for it.
yeah.
But yeah, when you're doing stuff like we do, it's like you're on from morning till night. Just it's
It
all
was
It's like friendly business, but it's all business at these things. You
It
don't
was
have time for
crazy.
anything.
Like, I would be staying out and I'd be like near the bar and I'd be talking about cases, and like this former judge was like, "This is a good case you should use." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like screenshotting it and she was showing it to me. And then I was just like telling my friends, I was like, I was working until midnight or 1 or 2 every night. It was so exhausting. But talking shop and connecting and meeting new people, and whether it was like immigration or law practice management or legal tech, I was having fun. I mean, those are a marathon, right? And you have
Yeah.
to go in prepared for very long days and to be on your game the whole time.
Nicholas Moros always says when we go, it's like get prep for AILA. You wake up 6:30, you're in there, breakfast, bam, bam, till night. Next day, it is a straight up marathon. You kind of collapse when you get back home. But the things we got back home, I'm like, I gotta one is contact all the leads I got, the people I connected with, and then get back to the office management. So it's like it's nonstop. I don't know how do you do it because you have a million. You keep adding stuff to what you're doing. I mean, I saw in the local chapter, you got to do more stuff with AILA. I saw you're doing some more stuff.
Yeah, it was really funny because everyone's like, "Congratulations," and like anyway, yeah, and I was like, "Oh, for what?" They're like, "Oh, the secretary." Yeah, so I'm the secretary of the AILA Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma chapter. So I came into office that week, and now I'm in charge of the newsletter and getting information out, and later like some CLE and Actually, I was also helping promote organize the Texas Fall Conference, which will be in Mexico, close to Cancun this
I keep the
December.
flyer here because I really
Thank
want to
you.
come.
Yay.
And
Yay.
I was looking at it. I'm like December 3rd, and then I look at Cancun. It's like the best prices there, and the less how busy it is in Cancun. I'm like, oh, that December, beginning of December is like the best time to go there. Hey, everyone, I'm gonna jump in really quick as a reminder that the EB1801 seminar is out on the Circle.so community page that we have. You could access it and purchase the course there. It's free to get Circle.so for the community of immigration lawyers, or just lawyers who want to be immigration lawyers or existing immigration lawyers. But the course is there. Our marriage immigration courses that will purchase as well. But I really want to tell you about the ZB1A course because it really could change your life. It could change your office, your life, learn a six-figure field really quickly, and take things to the next level. So if you want to learn more, email me at info@immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com. I have a landing page pretty soon on the website. The email is the fastest way to go. Just let me know your name and your bar number so I know you're an attorney to add you to the group. Let me know you're interested in ZB1A, and we can take you there.
Plane
Sorry, go
ticket.
ahead.
I just bought my plane ticket for like $330 right now, but like
Nice.
so that was from
So it's
Houston.
definitely worth going. I think it's an adult only place I looked at. It's which people will probably like. They don't want to really kill
Yeah,
kids around.
sorry about that. I know you're trying to turn into a family visit, but
Yeah, I
maybe
was gonna get like a hotel close by and then
uh,
kind of travel back and forth and stuff, but it looked like it was gonna be a lot of work to do that. But I'll look into it. Plus, the website they have a travel agent that's got some good deals. But it's not like kayak.com or like Costco Travel where you just click on. You kind of have to. I couldn't understand what's going on, so I'm like, I'll put it later. But definitely worth something to look into. It's good. Cancun's a good vacation. There's so much cool stuff at all the pools and they have parks and it's wild what they've created over there.
yeah, it's at the Secrets Playa Blanca Costa Mujeres, December 3rd to 5th. And and what's great about it is we're doing a track on wellness, but we're also adding a track on law practice management. And so excited to be on that planning committee. And we're actually finalizing speakers and getting that all up and posted very shortly. So feel free to reach out to me if anybody wants to know more. But the AILATexas.org is where we have some of that information on the website, but it's also on the AILA National. That's
Yeah.
probably another place for everybody to find on the calendar.
Well, let me know the speakers. I'll have them on the show to talk about the things they're going to be presenting on, and we'll discuss their practice. But
Okay,
so, if you'll call the Texas chapter, which is kind of not fair because Oklahoma, New Mexico, I believe, is there a fourth state in there?
there's only three, but I
Three,
would say
okay.
Mexico is like our other state because we keep having our conferences in Mexico. No, I mean it's a country. I know. I know
Yeah,
it's.
yeah, I know what you mean. Now, like, is that the biggest chapter?
I think we might be behind something in New York. I think maybe, but we have 1,900 members. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's like New York, LA, or SoCal, and Texas. Texas number one, LA, New York number two. It varies; it goes up and down. How is it being? Because your chapter is really spread out. It's not like I mean, Southern California, we're really close, but it's so much traffic, it feels like we're far. But I mean, your areas are like it's kind of hard having sometimes a conference because people have to literally have to fly in. It's not like they drive into them.
Right. I think when people like refer business to us, like in Texas, like, oh, it's Texas. I'm like, okay, well, where in Texas? And when we start
Hmm.
talking detention facilities, you're like, that could be like, 10-hour drive from here, So yeah, I mean, we've got like Houston, Dallas, Austin, El Paso, the Valley, did I say San Antonio and Austin? Yeah. So we've got a lot of really big cities. And in Houston, where I'm at, we have the three immigration courts, the asylum office, USCIS office, two international airports. So we keep busy over here. But yeah, and then we have Oklahoma and New Mexico as a part of our chapter. So we try to keep things local in the chapters for the spring, and then usually in the fall we go somewhere like Costa Rica, Jamaica, Mexico, or something like that.
Well, I've had a lot of San Antonio adjustment case that popped up with all the massive adjustment interviews. I think USI is going to clear its caseload of adjustment cases because I'm out. My firm is in a couple of weeks there'll be no more pending adjustment cases the way it's going.
Well, and they just started scheduling interviews at like I don't know 6:30 or I have
Yeah.
one at 7 next week in Houston. So I don't know. It's like we're taking advantage of every hour of every day. It seems like.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of neat. They're getting green cards quicker, but it's just the crazy how slam we are prepping people and all that kind of stuff. They have a new system where they ask you to update the emails too. I get upload the stuff to my USCIS.gov. I'm like, it's kind of neat. I mean, but I like giving stuff at the interview. I kind of feel like that reciprocity. It's like I'll give you something, give me something, give me a green card back. So I like them to hand something over at the interview.
Yeah, well, that is causing creating a lot of business. All these interviews, and just
Yeah.
all the preps, and just like all the details of logistics and translators and everything. So yeah, that's grateful for the business, and grateful to see the speed of adjudication for our cases as well. So that's
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
One last thing, you mentioned detained cases. I'm getting daily calls. Like, I'm in LA. This is like the Trump is really hitting hard over here. Are
yeah,
you seeing in Texas too a rise in people calling about
yeah.
their, like, being people being
Yeah,
detained?
I mean, I think nationwide they say they're at 140% capacity at like, I don't know, 56,000 people detained or something crazy. We have Montgomery Processing Center, Conroe, and Export Plaza. I was actually spending some time at detention facility this weekend, 4th of July weekend. And yeah, there's a lot of detention going. I think the other thing is that the people are staying a little bit longer because they're not bond eligible. And so if they're trying to fight their cases, then I think that's what's also causing a lot of the detention, and then also people get moved around. Like the client I have here, he was moved to Mississippi. He came in California, so like they're just giving a lot of air miles for everybody. It
I
seems
mean,
like.
that's a whole side niche business of just doing the 10 case, I imagine. But I guess a lot of them are these people who have these parole programs, have the parole, taken away, and those
Yeah.
people potentially are not eligible for bond or something like that. I don't do a
There
detain work.
there was a matter of Q Lee case that came out in like the last month or like end of May. I'm losing track of time. And it pretty much a lot of people are not eligible for bond after that case. And the other concern we have is that like if you are subject to circumventing of lawful pathways because of how they entered and maybe not using CBP1 or they don't have exemption, then they also the max that they might be able to obtain might be withholding of removal, which now after like Supreme Court decisions and everything, Trump's
Yeah.
able to deport or relocate people to other third countries. And so that's another concern that a lot of removal practitioners are having too, and how to best protect their clients' rights.
I mean, a lot
And
of it. I mean, as you said, they're sending people to Libya, South Sudan. Like,
South Sudan,
it's
yeah.
how you like out of your mind. Like, this is like this crazy. So I think a lot of it is PR. 'Cause people just self deport, which is probably happening a lot. I'd imagine I'd go if they're going to send me to Libya after they destroy that government. I'm like, that's probably better back home. It's too scary to go somewhere there.
Well, and the conversation I've been having with a lot of attorneys this week is just like, so are we supposed to apply for asylum from the whole world? Because we were saying we can't be relocated anywhere.
Yeah,
Like, or these are the only few countries that I think I might be safe in. Yeah, but
it doesn't make
that's a whole
sense.
nother
Yeah.
conversation. But I think our practice is definitely very dynamic. So you really, I think that was one of the things we wanted to mention is just like if you've got to get your law practice management game on because you need to be able to pivot with every change that we're getting from updates from Supreme Court, or like even just recently it's like, oh wait, what, the bill passed and now our filing fees are up,
Yeah.
or when does that go into effect? Oh, apparently that was on 4th of July. What? I don't know if that's what
Mhm.
I'm sort of hearing, but I'm still gauging, trying to figure out if that's true or not. But and then how do you inform your clients about all those changes? And so just having really good systems in place, having the right team members, having a good case management software, constantly training, cross training. Those are the types of things that are really critical at
Mhm.
this juncture.
And one of the things that's scaring a lot of people is just like if you have if you have a case pending, you're a peer of authorized state in a sense that you won't accumulate unlawful presence days, but ICE will still come pick you up. Historically, they wouldn't do that because it was a waste of resources because people are going to get the benefit usually. But now you randomly are hearing people getting picked up with asylum cases pending. They have an EAD. They get sent to Alligator, what Alcatraz, that nonsense. It's like people here sometimes they're like, "Yeah, I got married. I want to adjust status." I'm like, "Well, are you sure?" Like, you have to put it in writing. Like, there's a chance. I always had it in my contracts, but it's kind of like it's not going to happen. But with the way things are going right now, it's probably better to do constant processing or just getting a visa to come back rather than extending or changing status in some cases.
Right, that's a good point about explaining everything and then trying to get as much as that can in writing, or at least putting your notes in the system about what you explain. And I think that's another point we have to give more time because we're having to give all these advisals that
Hmm.
we might not have even, and there's things that we can't even imagine might happen. But I
Yeah.
think reading Project 2025 gives us a little bit more of guidance of what possibly could happen. Like even I was talking to a friend today, I was like, me recalendaring and terminating all these withholding cases that I had during the Biden era, I never would have thought in a million years that I was how beneficial that was, because now, because they were going and trying to pick up people with withholding
Hmm.
cases and send them to other countries. And so just those cases I worked on to do that, helped save them. But I never would imagine that that's what I was doing, like that was going to possibly happen to them if we didn't get them out of withholding.
Or
So
like filing an I-130 with the intent to do an I-601A waiver. That's
yeah,
like a recipe for being detained now. It's like, should you even go to your I-130 interview if they schedule one? Because ICE will be wait, they're they have a whole process for 601As, but then they're gonna not let you do it because they're gonna detain you and move you in the meantime. So it's like if you have an I-130 case pending like that, do you just withdraw it? Do you just not show up or have the petitioner show up? But it's just like puts people in a really nasty situation.
yeah, I was having a consult about that yesterday, and I was just like, I haven't had a provisional waiver consult. I feel like in a while. I've just been doing so much asylum recently
Yeah.
and removal. But that is a long process. But then that whole interview at the I-130 and potentially going to court really throws a wrench into the whole plan, especially if you
Mhm.
can't terminate the case to be able to file the I-601A. So yeah, you really have to be on top of it for all the changes, which it is great. They're helping get a lot of that information out, and then being able to have the right systems and the right people in the right place on the law practice management side to navigate what we're dealing with right now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Ruby, thanks so much for coming on the show. I definitely want to do this regularly. If you could come on every month and just update us what you're doing.
yeah.
If people want to reach out and learn more about yourself, what's the best place they can go to?
I'd say probably Ruby Powers on LinkedIn is probably a good place to get connected. And we also have the Power Up Your Practice and Power Strategy group. The book Power Up Your Practice, that's why I had to go get my copy, is available. It is big, but it's a great resource. And it's 25 chapters, lots of different topics. It's available on Amazon or on AILA, and also the podcast Power Up Your Practice. And so LinkedIn, all of those places. Feel free to email me. I do consulting for law practice management. We've got some retreats coming up in the future. And the other last minute thing to mention is that we have the school community, SKOOL, the Power Up Your Practice. We have our Power Hub, and we're building up or a community there and with courses and more information on how to navigate law practice management. And so yeah, we got a lot of cool things going. Love to be on your show on a regular basis, John. And I need to have you back on as well to my podcast. So but
I
thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Thanks so much. There's so much more to talk about, but we got in late, so I got to jump on that thing. But thank you again, Ruby. We'll have more discussion just like this.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
What a cool session. I was hoping I could talk with her more. Unfortunately, things got started late. And after the recording I have on Tuesdays, I have a live show I do. That's for JQK Law, my law firm, where I take questions and answers from people. And so it's a hard stop there. But I could talk with Ruby for a long time. And there's so much more to talk about. But she's coming on again. I think we're going to do a regular session with her. I really want to have these regular sessions because we get a lot of people. Like Kevin Gregg's always here every month. Good to have Ruby every month. And just have a couple of players, Joseph Sang, Nicholas Morales, people I talk with regularly, and have them share their opinions and all that kind of stuff. And the more they're on this kind of live kind of stuff, the more they'll open up and share more secrets too. So the big secret's out that the EB1A Extraordinary Ability course is out. Please email me info@immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com. Take things to the next level, add it to your practice, and learn more. Lots going on the removal side, a lot of business there. But more people are going to be doing this kind of stuff too. The demand's always there to come to America. There's people with talent across the country. Learn what I know. It's my samples that we have on there, redacted samples. I go through what I've seen work, what doesn't, and my continuous education on topic from reading AEO decisions, which we'll be sharing. They have a podcast on this coming up, as well as just other lawyers email me their stuff. They send, I consult with them, and people who have approvals and denials, just clients, potential clients, they send me stuff. So I'm constantly immersed in this field and studying it. I take all that and I condense it and I just give you what you need really fast. So you don't have to spend too much time on it. Just get down to business, what you need to know. Info@immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com is the email. Info@immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com, or go to our contact us page on immigrationlawyerstoolbox.com, iltbox.com. Having said that, all, God bless, be safe, and I'll see you all next issue. If you like this episode, follow us on Instagram. Our handle is Immigration Lawyers Toolbox, where we post the latest statistics, tips, and more. And stay tuned for more from the Immigration Lawyers Toolbox podcast.